Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much would depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Friday, the 5th day of July 2024. I bring the news updates. Kanu becoming taller in DSS custody. That's according to Kenneth Okonkwo. Oh, yes. Now, a renowned actor and lawyer, Kenneth Okonkwo, had made a compelling case for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Oh, yes. Now, Okonkwo emphasized the potential benefits of releasing the IPOB leader. Yes. He said it's a strategic move for peace and reconciliation for the Southeast. Yes, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Oh, yes. Now, he said the federal government have a lot of places it can stand to release the IPOB leader and bring peace to the Southeast. Okonkwo highlighted the evolving perception of Kanu, suggesting that his continued imprisonment elevates his stature while diminishing the government's credibility. Yes, he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now more likely a political prisoner. Yes, say the leader of the IPOB is in prison and is becoming taller. Yes, said his continued detention is making him to grow taller, while the government holding him in DSS hell illegally becoming shorter. That's what he said. Said they're becoming shorter. Told the government to tour the path of intelligence. Oh yes, you have to follow the path of intelligence. That's intelligent approach. That is releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Oh yes. So the point is made. It said, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is growing taller in DSS hell, while in hell is growing taller, and you are keeping him. You are becoming shorter. Of course, you know that whenever you are holding someone on the ground, you yourself you're also on ground. Yes, that's the point. Ndi Bukuriya. Oh yes, you are holding somebody on the ground. Yes, he will not go anywhere. He will stay here today. You are going to hold him there. Same time you are holding yourself, because you will be on the ground with him and you will not even go anywhere. Both of you will be there. Okay? But this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is quite different in this whole scenario. That even the person holding him is there as well. But he himself, that is being held on the ground, is growing taller. Yes, the oppressor growing shorter, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu growing taller. Oh yes, that's the statement of Kenneth Okonkwo, and he aptly captures it. That's the way it is. Oh, they think that, oh, because they're holding him, the Biafra agitation will subside, or it will wind down, or even go, into the oblivion. But it's not the case. The case is the agitation is even gathering more attention. Yes, some persons in the region, particularly in the Biafran territory, who, for one reason or the other, they are not in full support of it. They have joined and they are in full support. Yes. For one reason, they are not in full support. They are now in full support. For some persons, his continued illegal detention has made those people to be in full support of what he has been doing. Yes, that's the point. Now again, there are people outside the region, outside the Biafran territory, yes, who has sympathy for him now, because they know he's been illegally detained. When you consider that persons like Iboho has been set free, yes, Omoyele Sowore has been, the federal government has discontinued his trial, his case. You talk about the leader of the Mieti Allah, a terrorist organization. Oh yes, and now he is free. Badejo. So when you consider all these things, and people say, oh, no, this man is being, maltreated, this is injustice against this young man. Okay? And some persons have gone beyond that to look at the charter, the African charter, look at the constitution, look at everything, and they begin to understand that this one did not commit any offense after all. He is just a prisoner of conscience. They are just, trying to intimidate and harass him because he's from a particular section. of the country. So people have come to realize this. Oh yes. And they have begun to have sympathy for Mazi Kanu. They have come to understand that self-determination is not a crime. So they're making him to grow taller. Like Kenneth Okonkwo said, he is growing taller. Among the international community, they're becoming more aware, of course. There's nobody in the whole world now that doesn't know Mazi Kanu. Oh yes, you must have come across his name in one way or the other. The government is growing shorter now because they are not obeying court judgment. Yes, the international, in fact, within the country, they are seeing them as people who doesn't obey the court's directive. A court of competent jurisdiction declared him discharged and acquitted on October 13, 2022. They did not obey it. So what does it mean? It shows that the government, they are, treating their own laws with levity. Yes. Now talk about the international community, how they see the country. Oh yes. Now, before the international community, the country has lost its credibility based on the case of Mazi Kanu. Oh yes. The United Nations Working Group on Human Rights and Arbitrary Detention told them, yes, unequivocally, they told them, without mention words. Oh yes. Say, look, this man committed no offense. Allow him to go. You must even compensate him adequately. Yes, that's United Nations Working Group on Human Rights and Arbitrary Detention. They made the statement, and that statement, very strong one. Yes, unequivocal statement they made for the release of Mazi Kanu. So, but all these things fell on deaf ears. They refused to listen. So it makes them to be lawless people. Nigeria is a lawless country before the international community. Lawless place. Investors are living on a daily basis because of this case of Mazi Kanu. That is the point. You have seen the growing, concerns in the region, in the southeast region, over this case of Mazi Kanu. You have seen it sit at home, drawing attention of the international community to the side of Mazi Kanu. And those people who have captured him and they're keeping him in DSS hell. So they are having the international opprobrium. So they are being seen as lawless country. And in Nigeria, the people are seeing the government as reckless government. Reckless. They are carrying executive recklessness. No rule of law. You don't obey the court directive. Don't obey the court judgment. Don't obey the court order. So what are you doing? What is the basis for governance? That is the point. They are growing shorter. They are becoming dwarf. Mazi Kanu dwarfing them. Dwarfing them. Okay? Yes, they are being dwarfed by the towering, popularity of the leader of the IPOB. That is the point. And yes, so we're not begging anybody for the release of our leader, Mazi Kanu. Nobody. Biafrans are not begging anybody. If you are begging, that's on your own. No, we're not begging anybody. Yes. The actions must compel them to release him. That's the point. So actions are underway. So no way to beg anybody. He's growing taller and they're becoming wansh, shorter. Wansh. They will continue to become wansh.